Philip Zimbardo, researcher on the psychology of evil, the Lucifer effect, what turns people toward evil, tells us evil is the exercise of power to intentionally harm people psychologically, to hurt people physically, to destroy people mortally or ideas, and to commit crimes against humanity. It's the power that leads to evil. In the Washington Post investigative report on Top Secret America, their conclusion was, the top secret world the government created in response to the terrorist attacks of September 11, 2001, has become so large, so unwieldy, so secretive that no one knows how much money it costs, how many people it employs, how many programs exist within it, or exactly how many agencies do the same work. There it is, mammoth power without oversight. That is the cause of government gang stalking. That is the cause of a Stasi in America. That is the cause of police, firemen, EMS, ambulance drivers, security guards, neighborhood watch group members using red cars, red trucks, wearing or carrying red in conspicuous surveillance. That is the cause of average people in our country being plucked out of life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, ordinary lives. They have a right to live, and becoming targets of the most sadistic, evil America has ever seen, government gang stalking. Power without oversight has led to evil rearing its monstrous head in America. What can be done about it? We must make a public outcry against surveillance systems which do not contain protections to keep innocent people out of government databases and off of government watch lists. The main criminal database of the FBI, for instance, the National Crime Information Center, NCIC, should be subjected under the Privacy Act to maintain records with such accuracy, relevance, timeliness, and completeness as is reasonably necessary to assure fairness to the individual. We need strong privacy laws. We need independent institutions to enforce such laws. We must not allow right-wing extremist neoconservative authoritarians to build a giant intelligence industrial complex bureaucracy with sweeping powers while dismantling the checks and balances that are needed to ensure those powers are not misused. We must demand strict oversight of all databases in our intelligence community from which government gang stalking, the American Stasi, sprung. Our intelligence agencies, like our military, must be subject to civilian oversight and control. Bush Cheney created an intelligence monster that has turned on the American people, and Obama has let much of it continue to grow. We must demand candidates for president in 2016 commit themselves to restoring strong oversight of our intelligence community. What the outrageous abuse of government power with government gang stalking screams is location data by government or law enforcement should not be available without a warrant. The ACLU warned us. Experience suggests that sweeping surveillance systems will be abused to illegally oppress lawful political dissidents and protesters, stifle political opposition, and squelch free speech, even in largely democratic countries. It is now technologically possible to build a total surveillance society. We now have infrastructures in America for total surveillance. In government gang stalking, we have seen citizens surveilled 24/7 for years. This is the greatest threat to our Bill of Rights and our democratic form of government we have ever seen. What's more, in the American oligarchy, we have seen our press no longer serve the interests of the American people. It has colluded with our abusive authoritarian government to keep government gang stalking hidden from the American people. We need legislation passed like the Geolocation, Privacy and Surveillance Act. Geolocation, Privacy and Surveillance Act, H.R. 2168 and S. 1212. We need surveillance reform legislation The Bill of Rights Defense Committee picks the Surveillance State Repeal Act, H.R. 2818, introduced by Representative Rush Holt, former leader of the House Intelligence Committee, as the best surveillance reform bill. The ACLU has been our premier organization for suggestions about intelligence community reform. It tells us the NSA should be required to purge data that it is not affirmatively concluded has intelligence value. Queries to the corporate store NSA database should be restricted to those having reasonable, articulable suspicion standard. Queries to and retention of data in the corporate store NSA database should be restricted to counter-terrorism purposes. The Senate should assure that the FISA Court approves and publishes any minimization procedures governing the retention and dissemination of data in the corporate store NSA database. Stingrays. ACLU attorney in Florida. People have a right to know about police's use of stingray devices, when and how they use them to monitor communications and the whereabouts of innocent people in the vicinity. Only through this open discussion can we set the proper limits of this technology. California, a hotbed of government gang stalking, has unregulated use of stingrays. It can pinpoint targets with extraordinary precision, meaning that individuals can be tracked even when they are inside their own homes. Counterterrorism databases and suspicious activity reports. The ACLU. Information about innocent activities by ordinary people ends up in counterterrorism databases to which local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies have access. This information can remain in federal databases for up to 30 years. Any sociopath neighbor, mine was a fireman, can join with mobbing friends and make out a suspicious activity report on you based on lies, which automatically subjects you to law enforcement scrutiny. Solution: demand the federal government abide by its own requirements that criminal intelligence information only be shared where there is reasonable suspicion of criminal activity. Demand federal agencies abide by the Federal Administrative Procedure Act, which entails a notice and comment process. That is, agencies must provide public notice and seek comment prior to enacting new regulations. The APA also lays out the process for judicial review of rules in federal courts. Fusion centers. Fusion centers target First Amendment activity rather than focusing solely on terrorism. Solution: there should be a mechanism for public access to fusion center data. Quality control depends in part on allowing individuals to review and correct information relating to them. Fusion centers need to be assigned some responsibility for the quality of the data they hold. Warrants should be required for searches of digital data. Probable cause should be the evidentiary standard for warrants. Administrative subpoenas should be eliminated. The reasonable suspicion standard in Terry v. Ohio should apply where an actual crime is being, or is about to be committed. Unlawful assembly should be restricted to subversive organizations aiming to use violence to overthrow the government. Data in fusion centers that does not conform to the above should be deleted. Too big to be effective. A PhD sociology student and CIA analyst wrote a dissertation based on extensive interviews with analysts from all the major intelligence agencies and found there is too much information floating around and that the size of the counterterrorism apparatus hinders its effectiveness. There is way too much information. There are too many analysts, and the overload in staff and data makes less likely the possibility that the counterterrorism analysts will be effective in stopping terrorism. The more information there is, the more likely it is that information will never reach the people who need it. Some in the intelligence community don't even know what they are supposed to do day to day. Even the people who would directly suffer as a result of cuts to the intelligence budgets believe that cutting those budgets would produce better public safety outcomes for our society. Many of the people who work at the CIA's domestic arm for investigations think that the NCTC does more harm than good, compiles and shares too much information, and exists primarily because of bureaucratic self-interest and as a means to provide political cover for politicians. As a result, many of its own employees believe that the intelligence community should be downsized. That is the conclusion of this student's research. We need to shrink the size of our intelligence community to make it more effective. We need to give the committees charged with oversight of our intelligence community the staff and resources necessary to provide oversight of our intelligence industrial complex that works. The GAO audit powers need to be enhanced to determine the effectiveness of intelligence community programs. Police powers in the United States need to be reined in, so never again the police in America can be used to gang stalk with vigilantes, citizens, for years. We need body cameras on all police. We need empowered civilian review boards in every community who can initiate investigations of police on their own, who can subpoena witnesses to testify under oath, who can indict police officers who have committed crimes or abused their power. These ideas, along with others, come from a nation of change. America is in crisis. Information is being kept from the American people. Gross government abuses like government gang stalking occur daily. It is up to us to bring these issues to the fore. It is up to us to demand candidates in our presidential elections who emphasize them. The evil of power without oversight is here in America, and it is up to us to demand change.